Hello and welcome to the presentation from the Cotsakos College of Business. My name is Martin Gritsch. I am the Interim Associate Dean in the college, and I am very excited to share some of the information about the college with you and look forward to telling you about all the exciting things that we do in the college. We do a number of wonderful things in the Cotsakos College of Business, and I once again would like to welcome you to this presentation, and I will share some interesting things we have to offer with you. First of all, a warm welcome from our interim dean, Sue Godar, who asked me to do this presentation for this occasion. My name is Martin Gritsch, and I have been at William Paterson for almost 20 years. Still love it, still love going to work every day. And I think in the next few minutes, when I share some of the information about the college with you, you will see why it is a very nice place to work and to study. So here are some of the highlights. The Cotsakos College of Business has been accredited by AACSB International for the last 15 years. It is a premier sign of quality in a business school to get that prestigious accreditation. It is a small percentage of business schools worldwide that hold that accreditation, and that's for a good reason that that percentage is so small. The standards are very stringent, and really what it comes down to for students is an AACSB accredited business school means students will get a quality business education there that prepares them for life after college. One of the big features of accreditation is that AACSB looks very closely at who teaches the students in our courses, and that not only includes the initial preparation, which means that our faculty, they all have advanced degrees, usually PhDs in the area that they teach in, but almost as importantly, or even more importantly, faculty do stay current in their field and go to presentations, go to conferences, publish in academic journals in order to stay current in their field, so that what students hear is not just textbook knowledge from 10 years ago, but what is the cutting edge standard of information in that field. I already mentioned the faculty. They come from very impressive places. We have faculty that earned their doctorate degrees at Columbia University, UCLA, Duke University, Cambridge in England, one of the best universities in the world. And more importantly, as far as the student experience is concerned, faculty really care about the students' well-being and their success. And this is not just an empty claim that I make. We in fact know that from alumni survey. When students graduate from our programs, we ask them, we stay in touch with them, we contact them, and we say, so what did you like about the program? Tell us a little bit about your experience. And one of the things that consistently we get the highest marks on is that faculty really do care about the students, and they want them to do well. They want to get to know their students and support them during their time at William Paterson. What you see in the background is our facility where the College of Business is housed at 1600 Valley Road. It's a wonderful building that we moved into a number of years ago, and it has great facilities. It has smart classrooms that have all the technology you could ask for as an instructor. But there's also two centers. There's the Financial Learning Center that's in the heart of the building and has all the technology that the professionals on Wall Street use. And we teach our students in that. Bloomberg Terminals is one example. Advanced knowledge in Excel, the databases that the pros use. All those things are there for our students, and they make use of that during their finance and other courses. And we also have the Raspberry Professional Sales Lab on the ground floor of the building, where we hold an annual competition that attracts schools from all over the country and from abroad. And that has very nice high-tech capabilities of recording simulated sales calls, of sharing it, critiquing it. Students look at each other's work, faculty look at the work and give students feedback. So that's also a very nice feature. We have close ties to the industry. That is true for all the programs that we offer, but especially in what I mentioned, professional sales and financial planning. There's a lot of companies that come to those competitions. Their representatives judge our students, give them feedback. Our students network with them. And we also have special accounting days. And really, these are just examples. It is really true across the board. And I'll speak a little bit more to that later on in the presentation. And similarly, the opportunities to get involved, they don't all fit on the slide. So we'll come back to those in a little bit. This is a list of all our undergraduate majors. And we don't really have the time to go through each of them individually in a lot of detail, but the general point is We offer all the degrees you would expect to see at a business school. It's all the traditional fields, but there are some things that I want to highlight. If you look at some of those smaller bullets, within some of these majors, we have created concentrations because we understand that there's a demand for more specialized programs. So for example, within finance, we created this credit analysis and commercial banking option. This was based on feedback from and input from regional bankers. They said there's a real need for that. Is there a way to develop that program? And we looked at it, and after thinking about it, said, yes, there is. And they helped us develop the program, and some of them teach in that program so that students really get that knowledge from individuals that do this day to day. They really understand how these things get applied, which is obviously to the benefits of the students that go through these programs. Similarly, we created those concentrations within management and marketing, again, to respond to market demand, to what the hot fields are, digital marketing, for example. That was not something we had in our program 10 or 15 years ago, but nowadays this is just something that a lot of students want to specialize in, and they get the requisite knowledge in those areas then. The two things that I want to highlight, because I think they're a little bit less traditional, are financial planning and professional sales that I mentioned previously. So in professional sales, this is really business to business selling. The students graduating from those programs, they get jobs with well-known companies in the area, but also more regional and national companies. And those are really good jobs. Students in those fields are usually self-motivated, go-getters, if you will. And they go, after going through that program, again, making use of that lab, which is very hands-on, and students get a lot of real-life experience that way and get great job offers after graduation. It's not unlikely that students get 2 or 3 job offers from those companies that work with our program. And similarly in financial planning, those students have gone to many competitions. They have won national titles. They do well wherever they go because the faculty prepare them for it, and they're motivated students. And again, financial planning, it's a growing field. As the population in this country gets older, there's going to be more and more needs. So the job prospects in that area are really good as well. And again, I highlight those 2 programs in particular because they may be a little less well known than accounting or management, for example, but they are definitely something to consider, especially when you think about the time after college job opportunities and the salaries that go with it. And then finally, we also have a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics. That is near and dear to my heart because I am an economist by training. Highly recommend it. It's a nice program. It's very flexible. Students have a lot of choices what elective courses they choose. And it requires fewer credits than the business degrees that you see on the screen, which allows students then to possibly double major with political science, sociology, psychology. Maybe there's a number of opportunities there. Students can also earn a minor in business administration if they want to pursue the Bachelor of Arts in economics. There's many, many options. And I definitely recommend, we'll get to that in just a moment, discussing these things with the advisor that all students have about what really best fits their needs and long-term plans. So this is now the slide that talks about what students have to do to earn a degree. I will not go into a lot of detail because, as I said, you will have an assigned advisor that is there to assist you and walk you through all that, how you can fit all these credits, these courses into the 4 years that we think you will be at William Paterson University to earn your degree. There's the university core curriculum, often called general education, where students take courses in history and political science and a math class and things like that. And then there's the major requirements. Most of our majors in business have 60 credits, so that's 20 courses that students have to take. There's a broad business core that exposes students to all the functional areas in business. And then they specialize in the majors that we saw on the previous slide. We also have a world language requirement. I feel it's important for someone graduating from college nowadays to have a background in a language other than English. Having said that, many of our students already have that, so there's ways to test out of that. And again, the advisor that every student gets, can students walk them through exactly what the process is. It's very well established, it's pretty streamlined. So you will find out how to accomplish that. And then finally, there's writing and technology intensive courses because we feel that that's also part of a well-rounded education. And students, for the most part, cover those courses by taking courses that are required for something else and that simultaneously meets that requirement. So they're usually not really additional requirements. And the Summary is, if you plan this well and your advisor is there to assist you along the way, then it is very possible, and most of our students accomplish that, to fit all this into 4 years, which is the goal. We want all our students to get a bachelor's degree in 4 years. That's good for them, and we are here to support you in that. Finally, there's some cases where students need a few more credits, where they need more credits to reach 120 credits, which is the minimum that is required to earn a bachelor's degree. And that's again where the advisor can guide you. You can explore other options. Students often can add a minor, maybe a second major, and things like that. So the summary again of the slide is, don't worry if this looks confusing. There's many people on campus to help you figure all this out, in which order to take these courses and how to make this all work. Okay, having said that, I'll give you a few more examples of what our students do, sometimes in the classroom, sometimes outside of the classroom, extracurricular, co-curricular, all these different things. So internships, in my view nowadays, almost something that a business student needs to have on their resume. That's why we really push that program. You see a list of companies here that our students have worked with in the last year alone. We had 93 credits, 4-credit internships that our students did last year. And again, these are just some examples. We have a dedicated person in the dean's office that helps students to get all the paperwork set up, which is not a difficult process. It's very streamlined and well organized. So keep that in mind. I would say usually junior year is often a good time to do an internship. And it looks good on any resume, especially if you do an internship with one of those big name companies. We also have these networking events that I mentioned earlier, sometimes geared towards specific majors such as accounting or professional sales, but sometimes for the entire college. We work closely with the Career Development Center that is there for the entire university. We also have a summer boot camp, and as you can see on the slide, it includes scholarships. I think we can all use a little financial help, so that comes in very handy. And last summer, actually every participant and incoming students are eligible to participate in that. Every participant did get a scholarship, so that's something to keep in mind. We need to keep an eye on developments currently, so we don't know exactly what the situation will be, if we can hold it in person, if we have to switch to a virtual format, but planning of that is well underway. And as I also mentioned already earlier, our students go to competitions and conferences. Sometimes we have the competitions here on campus at Wayne, New Jersey, on our beautiful 380-acre campus. Sometimes our students go to other universities across the country, and as I mentioned, they do very well in it. The students are well prepared. We also did the FED Challenge a number of years ago. Our students did very well in that as well. And students can go to conferences. If a student, especially if they follow the honors track, they have to write a thesis. If they want to present that somewhere, there's funding available for students to do that. And I highly encourage you to keep that in mind. That's probably more for about 2-3 years down the road from this September, but definitely something to keep in mind. Get involved. We have so many clubs and student organizations, pretty much for every major and concentration that we have. There's some kind of a club. And as I like to say, if there isn't, start one. The process is not difficult. It goes through the Student Government Association. You need a professor as a sponsor for the club. And this is also a well-organized process. It is not difficult to set that up. So if there's a need, if you're interested in something that we do not currently have, then please look into that and get that club started. You'll be the founding president of that club. But we already have our, the accounting society. There's something for professional sales and marketing students. There is Enactus, which used to be called Students in Free Enterprise. Those students work with our Small Business Development Center, and the list goes on. There really is something for everyone. And I highly encourage you to get involved in that early on, because believe it or not, those 4 years will fly by. My oldest daughter is about to graduate next week, and it did go by very quickly. Finally, what we call professional enrichment is a combination of technology skills, soft skills, business etiquette when you go out for lunch or dinner on a business lunch, things like that. There's an Excel component to it. We want our students to be well-rounded, and that really is, again, to get students ready for the time after graduation. Doing well in courses, it is important, and we, of course, want you to do that, but it's not the only thing. You also need to be prepared in those what we often call soft skills. And many of the things we do in this professional enrichment program, they prepare you for that. and you'll get frequent updates about how the program works. There's also information on our web pages, and you attend a certain number of events to earn those certificates along the way. And that is just another important component of how you get students ready for the time after college. Quick preview. As I said, the 4 years will probably go by very quickly. So we do have a number of graduate programs. There is a MBA program that's quite sizable. We have the general MBA, but also 6 concentrations: accounting, finance, entertainment, management, things like that. So I know this is probably not immediately on your mind, but something to plan ahead. We also created 2 programs recently, again, because these are hot fields responding to demand from the business community in applied business analytics and finance and financial services. And then this latter degree, you specialize in either one of them. So you can go the finance route or the financial services route. And then what is of particular interest, that MBA program, you can take some MBA courses already as an undergraduate student. So if you're interested in that, speak to your advisor. They will direct you to the right person in the dean's office so that you're aware of that and can plan ahead accordingly. In a nutshell, students who follow that program, they can take 2 MBA courses and count them towards the undergraduate degree, and those are courses that then will also be applied to the MBA. So you shave off 2 courses, saving the money and the tuition to take those graduate courses. Highly recommended if that's something in your immediate to long-term planning to earn an MBA at William Paterson. So in summary, we offer an excellent and affordable education. It's a diverse, welcoming campus community. I can say that with full commitment, as I believe I mentioned, I've been here for almost 20 years. It is such a rich environment where people just work together with the ultimate goal of having students succeed. And I referenced my one daughter earlier. My second oldest daughter, she's also a pioneer. And when I asked them about what they like best about William Paterson, that is what they mentioned: the diversity and how people just work together as a community with that pioneer spirit, that willpower that we talk so much about. Speaking of willpower, we created a Willpower 101 first-year experience program. Students meet 3 times a week in the same group with the same students. And in addition to that, they also have their other courses with some of those same students, because we know the transition to college is not always an easy one. It's very different from high school. So we want to assist with that as much as possible. And that Willpower 101 program is designed to do just that, so that one of the goals is to have students connect with other students, that you build those support structures. If you miss class because you're sick, you get the notes from another student. You can form study groups. You can go to tutoring together, and so on and so forth. We have very comprehensive support services, both in the academic arena and for other things that may come up. It's a big campus. We have thousands of students. We understand things can happen. And especially in the current climate, we know that a lot of things are going on in students' lives. So we want to be ready to assist you with that. And there, I think, is not a need I can think of that may come up that we don't have some kind of support service for. Academic, we have, of course, tutoring services in the Academic Success Center. And we also have our own tutoring services in the 1600 Valley Road building where the College of Business is housed. But there's also support for many of the other things that just come up in the life of a college student sometimes. So if there's ever a need, speak to your advisor, ask an instructor, ask in any of the offices which office can help you best with some of the needs that you may have. And we will direct you to the right resource to make sure that you're successful. And finally, as a quick recap of what we offer specifically in the College of Business, we are AACSB accredited. It's a small percentage of schools worldwide that can say that. We have not only excellent faculty, but caring faculty. We want you to do well, and you can always reach out to your professor. And I think the programs that we've created and will continue to create, chances are when you graduate in 4 years, we will have introduced something new and different from what we currently have, because things are moving so quickly nowadays. And combined with those co- and extracurricular opportunities, I think we will get you ready for the job market, which is the ultimate goal. If that happens, you're happy, and the parents are happy, and we're happy, and that's what we hope will happen. So at this point in the presentation, I would normally hand out my business cards. That is not possible for obvious reasons, but you can always send me an email and may be able to answer a question directly. If not, I will get you in touch with the right office on campus that can assist you, grichm@wpunj.edu. And we hope that you're doing well during these difficult times and that you continue to stay safe, and that despite all the challenges, we'll be ready for you in September, and we hope to see you there. Thanks for listening.